and Sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुश आमदीद,
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जनेन्द्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मलाली मतलब बोलते हुए सारे फीजिए मतलब बोलेंगे नीसा बुला बरजन. हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैसेज फालतू बाबा.
And of course myself Faltu Rani Bandujani लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani.
True that, Barajan. Of course, good morning to everybody out there on our Facebook page. Rakotia ji, Raj ji, आपके लिए good morning. ये पैम पैम नहीं है, good morning पे चलेगा. पैम पैम चलेगा. It's one way of greeting everybody out there for sure. And yes, Barajan, we do have an evening drive time which we come on live 5 o'clock. You can actually listen to us if you're in the Bay Area. You can listen to us on the network of Radio D Hotties, airing exclusively in the Bay Area on Radio Mirchi 1310 AM Barajan, and also on 92.9 FM. And of course, if you're anywhere around the Bay Area or you're outside the California or somewhere in California you want to listen to us also, Barajan, download the app Radio D Hotties, available for free download on iOS and Android platform, Barajan. And also listen to us 24/7 uninterrupted music, Barajan, for you guys, which we handpick for you guys. Some of them might seem like repetitive, but the reason is because we love those songs. Well, if you like them also, you can send us a message and we actually adhere to your request as well. If you want to hear some kind of songs or some mood of a song, certain time of the day, do make sure you send us an email, bandhu@mediamehma.com. You can get all the information on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Radio D Hotties. That's the best way to reach out to us, Banjan. We're pretty responsive when it comes to social media posts and everything. So definitely go and post it there and catch us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Radio D Hotties, where right now we are streaming live as well. And right now, Baja, quickly, I'll tell you what, today is 370th day of our sheltering in place. And yes, you guys must be wondering, oh my God, 370 days, why are you keeping count? Well, yeah, come on, it's fun. We're in the orange tier right now.
Right.
That means things are opening up some more. It's fun until they actually say, oh, everything is cleared. It's nice to keep a count, right?
Right,
That's
exactly.
what we do. So, and later on you go back and say, oh, we have actually spent so many days in this particular thing. Yeah, well, we learn from all the experience, Barajan. We also have learned and hopefully have grown, not only in terms of size, but also in terms of brain power, I suppose.
Yeah.
But let's see, what? Well, many people actually grown in size also, Fatwani.
Yeah, like me?
Me, for sure.
Oh, whatever.
I have put on so much of weight. And it's called the COVID weight, Barajan. Hopefully, I'll get to lose it sometime. But right now, Barajan, let me tell you, it's time for us to go take a look at what's happening on the roads with Raste Ka Hal, which we bring for you automatically, totally saste mein.
It's time for the Bandhu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Barajan, anywhere you experience some kind of traffic someplace and you want to share with us over here, Barajan. Why? Because you can actually benefit the people behind you. You might be stuck in traffic and people behind you could take an alternate exit, right? Like, for instance, when this accident happened, somebody called up and told us, oh, guys, if at all you're traveling on 101 southbound at Broadway in Burlingame, take an alternate route because there's congestion there. Probably someone would have jumped onto 280 and taken that road, right? See, those all things will help you, but we have to see of all those things. And I'll tell you what, this particular thing is actually an accident over there on 101 northbound at Broadway in Burlingame. Yeah, it's backed up with like 2 exits, but 2 exits are backed up all the way. And yes, it doesn't seem like as though it is one of those volume of traffic which actually was pre-COVID. I have a very strong feeling we're not going to get back to pre-COVID conditions at all, Faltwani.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Somehow, ever since I'm reading all the news of Fauci's statement and all the other experts' statement, I feel like as though this thing is here to stay for some more time. I don't know. I think we'll change the way we work, I suppose. Anyways, well, talking about other things, Barajan, on the bridge, there's a high wind advisory on Golden Gate Bridge water for that. And similarly, I think there's something very similar to high winds on 880 as well between, not 80 bridge, Barajan, near the toll plaza of Oakland, especially over there's some kind of high wind over there in that region. Could be because of the wind in the backwaters, Barajan. So watch out for that. Apart from that, all across the Bay Area, there's not much of accidents report for you guys. That's a good thing. That definitely is a good thing. So weather-wise also is awesome because weather is going to be all the way sunny today. Might see some clouds here and there, but don't worry, it's going to be sunny all the way. Sunny tomorrow, sunny on Friday, sunny on Saturday, sunny on Sunday, Azerbaijan. Next week, what happens? I don't know. We'll figure out when we get closer to the particular.
So what he's telling you in total Bollywood style, aaj din hai sunny, 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 sunny.
Oh, call Leonie.
Kal bhi sunny, 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 sunny.
I said call Leonie.
Ish, why call Leonie?
Why? What is wrong with her? My God, you have so much of angst against Leonie.
Did you know that she's writing her memoir called The Summer Nights or something?
It'll be the most well-read memoir.
Oh God!
Well, I'm very strong with she's not going to make it just a memoir. It'll be an e-book, I suppose.
Oh God!
With all kinds of pictures. What?
I'm not interested in listening to that.
Why?
Yo.
Hey, come on. There's a lesson to
Ew.
learn in everybody's life, Faltran. You can't just... What?
Grossness.
Gross. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bajja, I'll tell you what, right now, we're not going to talk about the today's not about that thing at all. We're going to go right now, jump into our news. And Faltani typically gives the news without the headlines that nowadays. So, Faltani.
So, should I give you the headlines? What do you want to do?
It's all up to you, Faltani. You're the news bearer for us. Go ahead. What's news for today, Bajjan, which actually is Wednesday, March 24th?
Well, Banjan, these are the news headlines coming to you from the Radio Dihadi studios, live right here in the Silicon Valley. Colorado mass shooting suspect to make initial court appearance today. Tomorrow, Thursday. Biden to unveil multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure plan in Pittsburgh next week. Biden to mark Equal Pay Day as women are hit worse during this pandemic. Republicans plan Senate floor fireworks over surge at the U.S.-Mexico border. Biden to meet with immigration advisors as a delegation visits Texas facility. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris urges Congress to act for lasting gun control, according to a CBS News interview. And in local Bay Area news, San Francisco, Santa Clara, Marin counties have moved to the orange opening tier. A new batch of 1,400 stimulus payments are going to be coming as of today, according to IRS. And a Public Works rehired a firm that missed garbage overcharging. So more on all of that coming up shortly.
That's just coming up for you guys just in a few minutes for sure. Lekin aapko bolte Banjan, the particular Boulder ka incident tha na Faltani, that's sometimes very disturbing. Did you know that there actually was a law which was struck down 10 days ago? I don't know how far it's true, but there's something going on the internet about that, saying that the Democrats actually had asked for gun control, which was passed some time ago.
In Boulder? Oh, wow.
And supposedly 10 days ago, they actually, one of the Supreme Court judges so there struck it down, and next thing you realize this thing incident happens.
Wow.
Well, we'll give you more information about that, but I don't know if it's vetted. I'm not vetted the news. It's actually circling on our social media, I should say. This is some also, it always is doubtful when some particular activist kind of, party or a group posts something. When I was digging up information about this, I found out that this particular news is propagated by this particular organization called the Occupy Democrats.
Well,
so it could be a biased thing as well.
So it's not about bias. Occupy Democrats are the people who have actually funded all the, the AOCs today. All the progressive Democrats.
So basically, when they're actually saying this about gun control, and then suddenly you see a push by the Biden administration to get gun control back into Boulder. So is that because that wasn't direct correlation? We don't know. But the thing is, we'll get you more information about that for sure in the news detail. But अभी के लिए एक छोटा सा गाना है आप लोगों के लिए, which tells you about how you should not take पंगा with some people. Well, actually, you can take panga. We don't take panga with people, we take panga with life, Barijan. That's what it's all about. There's a nice movie called Panga itself, right? Yeah. We're going to see her movie coming up right now. Kanana Ranat's movie, Talaivi trailers are out. Javed Akhtar Saab ka lyrics hai, Barijan. And that voice you can't miss, Barijan. Divya Kumar ka awaaz hai along with Siddharth Mahadevan. Music, of course, by Shankar, Ehsan and Loy. And no, I didn't forget the female voice bhajan. Harshdeep Kaur ka आवाज है background में. And of course, right now we hear the Panga by Siddharth Mahadevan, a powerful voice bhajan. And ये था आपके लिए गाने का कीड़ा. थोड़ी देर में वापस आएंगे बhajan. Yeah, but I promise we're going to come back for this bhajan. Lekin Faltwani, let's go see what's happening with the news in detail. Pray tell. See what I did there, Faltwani?
Yes, Saltu Baba.
Yeah, go on.
A very forced rhyme.
It's not a rhyme, it's a haiku.
Patal.
It's a haiku. Faltwani.
Okay, fine. Altu
Fine,
Baba.
you can't say anything nice about me, it's fine, doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
It's the contrary in you. I think you are genetically modified to actually make sure that you can only contradict whatever I say.
Okay, fine.
What did I say? Like, oh my gosh, like eating humble pie and everything. Why it's stuck in your throat right now? Okay, what's news, Faltwani? Come on. Let's give our bandhus the news and welcoming everybody on Facebook page. Bhajan R. Deepak Ji all. Thank you. Faltwani, go ahead. What's news?
The 21-year-old suspect in this week's Colorado mass shooting will make his first court appearance on Thursday, 3 days after authorities say he opened fire at a supermarket and killed 10 people, including a policeman. Ahmad Al-Alibi Alisa faces 10 counts of murder and an attempted murder charge stemming from the rampage on Monday at King Soopers grocery store in the Table Mesa section of Boulder, some 28 miles northwest of Denver. He will appear in county court in Boulder at 8:15 a.m. According to court records, the massacre was the country's second mass shooting in a week. After another gunman, obviously, we had shared that news here as well, had shot to death about 8 people in 3 Atlanta day spas on March 16. The twin attacks prompted President Joe Biden to call on Congress to strengthen gun restrictions, legislation to bolster background checks, and ban certain semi-automatic rifles has stalled amid Republican opposition. So, speaking of which, the Republicans are actually planning to take their opposition to President Joe Biden's border policies to the U.S. Senate floor on Wednesday, attempting to move legislation that promises to tie up the chamber for hours, a source familiar with the matter said. At least 5 Senate Republicans are expected to seek unanimous consent for a series of measures targeting Biden's decision to reverse the border policies of former President Donald Trump, including a resolution labeling the current border situation as a crisis. The sources who spoke on conditions of anonymity said the actions could lead to some rhetorical fireworks on the Senate floor if the Democrats block the measures as expected. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's office was not immediately available to comment on the Democratic plans. In the meanwhile, Biden is keeping on. Well, if you are wondering what I mean by that, he is going one after the other based on all his campaign priorities, and he is taking action, decisive action, as is required. U.S. President Joe Biden will host members of the U.S. women's national soccer team at the White House on Wednesday as part of his push to secure better pay for American women who earn 82 cents on average for every dollar that is earned by men. Wednesday, today, is Equal Pay Day, which marks how much longer into a new year U.S. women on average must work in order to earn what average a man earned in the previous year. The pay gap is far greater when calculated for black women who earn 63 cents on the dollar and Latina women who earn just 55 cents. The soccer squad, led by Megan Rapinoe, which won the Women's World Cup for a second consecutive time in 2019, has sued the U.S. soccer, alleging gender discrimination. Fans backed them up, shouting equal pay during the World Cup final match. The coronavirus pandemic and its economic fallout has exacerbated disparities, triggering what Vice President Kamala Harris called a national emergency for women. So Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package includes provisions aimed at getting 2 million women who left the labor force during COVID-19 pandemic back to work. His next legislative push, valued at about $3 trillion, will also expand child care infrastructure and create jobs, administration officials say. So, this is really important news, Banajan. If you want to catch up on this story, you can go to mediamahima.com. But I think this equal pay, today is Equal Pay Day. So, if you want, it is something that we really need to celebrate, that we have a president who's actually pushing for it right now.
Yeah. And when do we get paid, by the way? Never, right? Radio. Equal pay is different for us. Getting pay is important.
Yeah. President Joe Biden is also going to be traveling to Pittsburgh next week, where he kicked off his presidential campaign in 2019 to unveil a multi-trillion-dollar plan to rebuild America's infrastructure, choosing a backdrop of an American city with a long Union history. Biden is expected to push for a Build Back Better plan, which could have a price tag as high as $4 trillion to pay for traditional roads and bridges, while also tackling climate change and domestic policy issues like income inequality. And also in other news with regard to Biden, Bandhajan, there is a border crisis nevertheless, because, there's a Reuters exclusive report that I was reading, which is gut-wrenching, to say the least. There are people who were separated at the border. A pregnant woman is now searching for her missing husband.
My God.
It's like it's children searching for missing parents, parents searching for missing children. It's just... It's really, really scary when you think about what's going on there. So, US President Joe Biden is now going to be meeting with immigration advisors and top cabinet officials today, while dispatching White House officials to a Texas resettlement facility as pressure mounts over a recent jump in migrant arrivals at the US border. Officials, along with several members of Congress, will travel to a refugee resettlement center in Carrizo Springs in Texas, the White House said in a statement, adding that it would also allow limited media coverage of this particular visit. At the White House, Biden is going to be meeting with the Department of Homeland Security, the head of the Department of Homeland Security, and the head of the Health and Human Services Committee, and also both of which are tasked with managing the migrants that have surged across the southern U.S. border with Mexico in recent weeks. And Bandhajan, for those of you who watched the CBS interview, US President Joe Biden has not ruled out taking executive action to tackle gun violence, but Congress should pass gun control legislation for more lasting impact, is what US Vice President Kamala Harris said in an interview on Wednesday. And in local news, Bandhajan, San Francisco, Santa Clara, and Marin counties are actually going to have come into the orange tier, the reopening tier. So, what's going to be happening? There are major changes that are expected to take effect as early as today. Museums, zoos, and aquariums can open at 50%. Places of worship can open at 50%. Movie theaters can accommodate up to 200 people, or 50%, whichever is fewer. Gyms and fitness centers can reopen. Indoor pools can be open at about 25% capacity. Restaurants, 50% or 200 people, whichever is fewer. Wineries, breweries, distilleries, 25% or 100 people, whichever is fewer. And family entertainment centers can reopen at about 25% capacity. So to check out on what else is open, you can go to mediamahima.com.
And what else is open? Faltari, Nepal totally is open right now, because Nepal se hamare bandhu Parambir Prembhar Adhikari listen kar rahe hain wahan se. He's saying the super hit program.
Oh.
Thank you so much. You're so kind and so sweet. We try to give the best we can. Prembhar ji, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not butchering your name. If at all I am, sorry about that. I apologize. Like
Right.
Adhikari ji, aapke liye na, thank you so much. Very sweet what you're saying for us. Yes, do spread the word across the world. Yesterday we had people from Michigan calling us. Today we have people from Nepal. Wonderful. It's nice. Good to see or hear all those things.
Yeah.
But Faltari, do we have more news locally, or we're going to go to news from the world?
Well, people can get updates on the $1,400 stimulus payments that are going to start coming today, Altaba Baba. IRS
Nice.
is saying, and they can come via debit cards and paper checks, apparently. Agencies didn't say how many payments were coming in this batch, but more than $242 billion has already been dispersed so far.
Yes.
So the second batch is going to go out. These are the COVID stimulus checks, Banajan, and it's supposed to land in your account today. So if you don't get it, then you need to get in touch with the IRS.
Yep, and of course, welcome, Sally. Yeah, we're seeing you there. Yeah, she says, yay. Sally Button.
Hi!
Yeah, and of course, right now, our
She's a Michigan too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And of course, Bachchan, right now, let me tell you, we're going to go and check out what's happening with the world. Faltoni, are you ready for that?
Yes, Alta Baba.
And this is the world news for you guys. And if you want to catch up in detail about what we share with you guys on air, there's one place you can go check it out. That's MediaMahima.com.
That's, in news from across the world, Banajan, dozens of ships carrying everything from oil to consumer goods have been delayed by the grounding of a vessel in the Suez Canal, and companies may have to reroute cargoes around Africa if the blockage extends beyond 24 hours, shipping sources have said. Efforts were underway on Wednesday to refloat the 400-meter, 224,000-ton Ever Given, which got stranded on Tuesday morning after losing the ability to steer amid high winds and a dust storm. Shipping sources say the grounding has disrupted regular voyages through the canal, which is one of the world's critical choke points and the quickest sea route between Asia and Europe. Kepler has said more than 20 oil tankers carrying crude and refined products were affected by the disruptions as well. Also, in news from Eastern Europe, Banajan, it's not looking so great. Hungary's hospitals are under extraordinary pressure from rising coronavirus infections, its Surgeon General said on Wednesday, as the country became the hotspot in the third wave of a pandemic that has hit Central Europe especially hard. Like much of the region, Hungary has managed to curb infections during the initial phase of the pandemic in March-April of last year with fast and strict lockdown measures. However, a new wave of infections that spread through the region in 2021 has seen Hungary this week overtake the Czech Republic as the country with the world's highest daily COVID-19 deaths, according to figures from our World in Data. Experts have put this down to the spread of the much more contagious virus variant first found in Britain, which accounts for most reported cases now and infects entire families. This is scary, right? Although third wave. Anyway. And in other news, Banjan, the West must engage with Russia to promote mutual interests, but remain very clear-eyed. I beg your pardon. Very clear-eyed. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said on Wednesday at the Biden administration's first cabinet-level meeting with the NATO alliance conned by Donald Trump. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg called on Russia to resume dialogue through a council that is not met for 2 years, arguing that even a difficult relationship needed to be managed to reduce risks. But you know what, Altababa, speaking of Russia, there is now new alarm that's being raised over Alexei Navalny's health because apparently his lawyers are now being denied prison access.
I'm telling you, it's not that fast, buddy. It's just that, first of all, forget about the health. I really think it's a question of whether he's alive in the first place.
Oh my God, why would you say that?
Remember, I talked about it, Fatwani. First conspiracy comes out from here only.
I really wish he's alive because...
Me too. The thing is, you remember he sends out the social media posts. He's given access to post on social media.
Yeah, but then his lawyers are now denied access to meet him.
They don't even know whether he's
alive or not.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, when things can happen to Jack Ma, imagine what happens to everybody else.
Apparently, last week...
Yeah, we still don't know what happened to Jack Ma, though.
That China has hushed it up.
Yeah, but Alibaba's advertising big time, though.
Well, we don't know if it's Jack Ma, right?
But no, they're advertising their services.
Okay.
But
we don't know if it's Jack Ma driving it, right? That's a big company, right? It's like Amazon. Even if Jeff Bezos is not there, it'll go on.
No, I don't think so. Jeff Bezos needs to be there.
Oh, really?
Once Jeff Bezos goes, everything goes.
Well, either ways, I'm going to tell you that Alexei Navalny's health has now been called into question because apparently last week he had complained that he's experiencing severe back pain and numbness in his legs and he was unable to stand. According to a close ally, Leonid Volkov, who said that Navalny had only been given 2 pills of ibuprofen in response. But now attorneys are being denied access to get to him.
Wow.
Also, news from India. India is currently looking at new ways of reducing its oil dependence on the Middle East, apparently, after the OPEC ignored New Delhi's call for higher supplies to calm international crude prices.
They shouldn't have taken panga with us.
Who?
Seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But if you want to catch up on that story, you can
Hey,
go to
lead you to the song, Patrani.
all of that. Well, and let's tell you one place that has taken a lot of panga with the coronavirus is Maharashtra.
Oh, yeah.
Because 31,855 new cases have now been reported, Banjan, in the highest ever single day
For a positive
spike.
note, Patrani, should not say that the virus is taking panga with Maharashtra. No, it's not Maharashtra taking panga with virus. The virus is taking panga with Maharashtra.
That's true.
Which eventually we will prevail, but don't worry, we all will prevail. But sending our prayers to everybody out there suffering right now. I understand it's a hard time, and the economy is opening up also. We should also be very mindful. Just because the economy opening doesn't mean you got to stop wearing the masks and everything. But please continue wearing masks and washing your hands. I can't stress more because Fauci already stressed so much about it, and I'm going to follow his lead and say that yes, please continue washing your hands. Having an occasional bath once in a while, staying healthy.
God, it's terrible.
And of course, masking wherever possible, Bhajan.
Yes. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Papanjam. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't forget to tune in and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Great music, Vinajan, for the best in entertainment and the best in